Mate, that's what we are.
Shalom
Shalom, mate.
to LJ Spurs chat with Louis and Dan.
Are we in Groundhog Day here?
I'll tell you what, Dan. I'm going to have to start giving these away because no one wants them. No one's predicting the scores. But in fairness, who could have predicted that shower of shit yesterday?
What did I predict beforehand? 3-1 to Fulham.
I'll go through
the first one I did was 3-1 Fulham, wasn't it?
I'll go through the thing briefly, and then I'll have a little rant. In case people didn't see it, I've just broke it down a bit. The first half was shocking. After just 3 minutes, far too easy down our right. Porro and Gray beating down their side, and even though a huge deflection, the space which Tete had to shoot was very poor defending. And it's 2 minutes later. What the fuck was Vicario doing? Just kick it out, dilly-dallies, and kicks the ball out, hopefully just to get it away. Eventually, it falls to Wilson, who, to be fair to him, curls a fantastic shot home from distance. Great finish. But Vicario, just kick it out of play, man. And I've got to say, Van der Ven and Danzo, why did at least one of them go back on the line? Gee, oh dear. 10 minutes. Curling shot from, is it Chikwanzi? Edge of the box. It's the outside of the post. 25 minutes. Van der Ven, great saving tackle after a Porro mistake. 17 crosses in that first half. Not once did the Spurs player win the ball. If it wasn't for Van der Ven, it would have been 4 or 5. And this is against a Fulham team that until yesterday hadn't even won away from home. It's the earliest any Tottenham team has gone 2-0 down in Premier League history. So half time, losing 2-0. Right, Frank, let's ring the changes. No changes. But 56 minutes, Porro cross from the right. Buhani launches himself at the edge just past the post. But to be fair, Buhani had a good game. 58 minutes, lovely ball from Bergvall to Kudus, who rifles the ball into the net left-footed and smashes it home. Game on. 65 minutes, Porro crosses low into the box. Xavi shot deflects for a corner. From the corner, Bergvall flicks on. It's headed off the line by Jimenez. 76 minutes, Bergvall is off for Sarr. A mystery to me, because I thought Bergvall played well. 10 minutes from time, following a long Danzo throw, Buhani tried a cheeky back heel just past the post. But at the end, it finished 2-1. Boos rung around the Tottenham Hotspur stadiums. 105 days since Tottenham Hotspur last won at home in the league. No excuse for this performance. And as I said, Fulham not won away this season until yesterday. Thomas Frank hasn't really helped himself, in my opinion here, Dan. Said that the booing of Vicario during the game was not proper Tottenham Hotspur fans. Anyway, in summary, this is my view. I just can't see what Thomas Frank's plan is. They look to me like a bunch of strangers playing together. Second half, so over-reliance on getting the ball to Porro and Kudus. Apart from that, there's no plan at all. The midfield just pass it short to each other. No one taking the game by the scruff of the neck. No one playing between the lines. Nobody actually wanting the ball, except for Bergvall. What's this bit lifted? The defenders just pass the ball left to right, right to left, going nowhere, and then kick it either long or short to a player who's already tightly marked. Even on throw-ins, notice that the crowd were getting on Porro's back for not hurrying up. But no one wanted it. There was no movement for Porro to throw it to. Up front, Buhani looks the only real threat and the only player of any real quality. And I'm worried about that we're going to lose him, because he's not going to want to stay here. It really is a disjointed team, if I can call it a team. Even if results were poor, in my opinion, I could see a plan, or I could see progression. I'd accept it because I could see where the manager is trying to take us. But at the moment, he seems lost to know what to do, and this is proved on the pitches. The players obviously don't have a clue what they're supposed to be doing. We seem reliant on set pieces or the Danzo long throw-ins. We are not a threat. There's no cohesion within the team. It is very worrying. And how much time is Frank given, considering that Lewis did not appoint him in the first place, and that is an important thing. And to finish my little moan, Pedro Porro's posted on social media saying, "Football is emotions. In football, as in life, there can always be mistakes. What I will not tolerate is hearing disrespect from the fan to my teammates, hence my frustration at the end of the game. And we will get up. We remind you 6 months ago, everything was so bad. And in the end, it's not how it begins, but it's how it ends. But to the true Spurs fans, I love you." Dan, sorry I waffle on a bit there, but I had a bit to get on.
Mate. It's all right.
And, I think Thomas Frank could have done without that comment, to be honest. Porro, I didn't see the fan. I've seen various clips of you've probably seen, or the guys have probably seen. I didn't see a fan disrespect him. I saw Bergvall doing that as if to say, well, I'm going to go and clap to the crowd. Porro went off his head. I don't know. I've seen Porro get a lot of criticism in the last couple of days. But as I said to my boy and my brother-in-law was watching me yesterday, as usual, I do feel a bit sorry for Porro. He's being overplayed as he was last season. He does try, in my opinion, and they was over-relying. I mean, it was a joke yesterday. We basically didn't have to. I mean, that's the worst game I've seen Udogie have for a long, long time. And it was all Fulham had to do, really, because let's be fair, Fulham was shit. They were crap. But we made them look like Brazil up front. And all they had to do, all Silva should have said, look, just stop it going to Kudus. Stop it going to Porro. They won't score. So what do you reckon of that, Dan? It's a nightmare, isn't it? It's an absolute nightmare.
Do you know what? I'll start on the Porro bit, because you're kind of like thinking to yourself, come on, boys, you do something. You're professional flipping players. Do something. Do you know what I mean? I feel a bit for Porro because he plays with his heart on his sleeve. He's always straight at the fans. He's cheering. Do you know what I mean? He's like, come on, trying to get him up and stuff and all that. So I do feel a bit for him, and I can kind of like understand. But what they need to realise is that at this moment in time, the last 2 years, well, I say year and whatever, apart from the first 10 games of 2 seasons ago, we've had, as Spurs fans, I say it's been going on longer than this, isn't it? It doesn't matter whether it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seasons. We've had this pain, and it just doesn't look like there's any cohesion apart from when Pochettino was there for a little bit. It looked like we had a team that was wanted to play for the manager and play for the fans, play for each other. At this moment in time, I don't see any of that whatsoever from these players, and it makes me wonder what actually they're doing in training, because every time I watch training, it's the same stuff that they're going through, and I think, Christ Almighty, Frank clearly is not a good motivator. Oh, look, chips are down at the moment. They're in a bad run of form. Do you know what I mean? They can't string 2 or 3 passes together because they're so far apart. There's no cohesion in the way we play with the boy. The players are so far apart from each other that when one of our players gets the ball, he's got 2 or 3 players from the opposition team, and then he's got to try and play a dangerous ball or go backwards. And we know what happens when we go backwards. We're not that good at the back. So it seems of late. We've got a dodgy goalkeeper. I've said it for ages. He's dodgy. He can't kick for toffee. He's a cracking shot stopper. But other than that, he's a mediocre goalkeeper for me. So we should look for better. But, mate, how long do the players expect us to pay week in, week out, travel week in, week out to watch what we're watching? There's nothing to cheer about. That's why the crowd at home is so crap, because there's nothing to cheer about. Do you know what I mean? There isn't. What do you cheer about? There's nothing. Christ Almighty, you're thinking, right? We're playing Fulham. We played against PSG. We didn't play too badly. We looked like we was like hounding players down. We were hunting impacts and stuff like that. Let's see that today. There was none of that. There was none of it yesterday. None of it whatsoever. And you're thinking, it's an easier team from PSG. They're not going to have the ball like PSG had, but none of the players ever look like they're up for it. They look like they don't fucking want it, and it's just getting boring, mate. Now, to be honest, like I'm the same as you. I do not know what Frank is trying to achieve.
No.
I don't know what system he's trying to achieve. He clearly doesn't know what players he needs to play in whatever system he's trying to play. And frankly, it's just fucking embarrassing. It's embarrassing for the fans. It's embarrassing for the club. But yet again, we are the media fucking top of the media fucking list. Let's just fucking Spurs are there. More records. We give away fucking how many records? I think we give away more records than games we win each season. And that's what it seems to be. I just get bored of it. It's like I say, how many times do we have to sit there and watch it? We don't see anything. They don't string their passes together. There's no fight in the team. There's nothing there. And now players are just starting to like go through the motions. They're getting paid all this flipping, all this money, and they just don't do anything. Do you know what I mean? And there's still remnants of Mourinho and Conte and stuff that's just bled into this club at the moment, and you're just thinking something needs to fucking change. It's got to change at some point. Yesterday was terrible.
It was.
I mean, you can't even say it was fits and starts. They even looked good, because even when Kudos scored, I just thought they ain't going to get another one. They just didn't look like fucking scoring. And frankly, now to me, he's just looks like he's well out of his depth. Doesn't look like doesn't look like he knows what he needs to do. And these players, they're not crap players.
They're not.
The players can only perform in how he's trying to play them and how he wants them to play in positions he wants them to play and how he wants to press and not to press, trying to contain the ball. But basics, it's basics again. 2 mistakes. We're so far off other teams' players, and that's why they got their first goal. Yeah, it's deflected, but flip of heck.
Yeah,
it was so far off. There was nobody there.
Easy,
and then like the second goal, VICARIO, what the hell? You're a right-footed player anyway, so to try and kick it with your left foot is absolute diabolical. And yeah, you could say, why didn't we have anybody on the line? But you're thinking, just get rid of the fucking ball. Back to basics. We've been taught it. If in doubt, get fucking rid. Don't try and fucking curl it down the line for one of our players that he's back to their goal. So he's going to get hounded every time the ball's pumped up. It's an easy header for the opposition to come and win. They just looked hungry yesterday. And actually, I don't think teams need to look that much hungrier than what we are, because we're hungry.
Especially
people are hiding. I watched Benton Core when he came on yesterday. He was hiding. He did not want that fucking ball. I played centre midfield. I wanted that fucking ball. If I had my back to the opposition, I wasn't bothered. I'd just give it straight back to the centre half.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You've got to expect it. Have it to your feet. Get rid of it quick. The more you dilly-dally on that fucking ball, then you're going to get hit. You're going to get tackled. You're going to get it taken off you. It's the Premier League, for God's sake. Do you know what I mean? And they just ain't doing it. The people are hiding now because the chips are down. There's no confidence.
They don't want to play at home.
No.
I am concerned as well that, I mean, people might think I'm talking shit, but they're only human. The toxicity between the fans now, it could drive some players away. Fuck this, the good ones. They don't want to play at home. The confidence is shot. I mean, you could see after they let in the first goal, never mind going 2-0 down after 6 minutes, the first goal, they just thought, fucking hell, here we go again. Because the way we play, I'm not saying we play brilliant away, but they seem happy playing away, and the record says that. But they'll go to Newcastle on Tuesday night.
They get hammered, mate.
And then they got Brentford at home. And if they lose that,
I don't think it's a case of if. I think it's when. On
But the
current
board,
form,
because what would you do as the board? Would you say, well, we'll give him till January and let him have some players, or would you get rid of him now?
listen, current form, right? We're talking. We sacked flipping Ange because of how things were going, and it just seemed like that was the right thing to do. His football was shocking in the end. He's gone to flipping Notts Forest. He's been given 8 games? Was it 8 games?
Yeah, he weren't given a chance.
8 or 9 games, right? So he's not been given a chance, and he's been sacked. The owner is ruthless. He's been sacked, and now Dyche has come in, and he's put a bit of stability in the club. He's utilising the players that he has in more or less how Nuno had them playing, as like they'll suck up pressure and then they'll hit you on the counter.
I will say one thing though, Dan. No matter how we felt about Ange, one thing you can say, he never lost the dressing room. And Frank seems to have lost that now. So is there a bit? Well, is there a little bit of that? Because they did love it.
I think his treatment. Yeah, I mean, I think the players liked Ange and how he was quite a lot. Probably more as a mate than a coach. But I just think that Frank's the way he's picking and choosing players. I just don't get it.
No.
Xavi Simons is suffering right so much because he craves the ball. He's not given the ball. When he is getting the ball, it's out of position of where he can be, and his only route is to go back because there's nobody there to pass the ball to. Nobody wants the fucking ball. We're not. I mean, how many times? I mean, kudos. I understand why my West Ham mates turn around and say to you, "Wait, he has one good game in every fucking 6 or 7, and that's how he is. He's a one-trick pony, and that's what he does. He shunts, and then he goes down the right-hand side, and he'll try and cross, or he'll try and I mean, how many crosses do we see over hit yesterday? And you're thinking, Jesus Christ, you've got hardly any pressure on you. Just deliver that ball to the penalty spot.
If there's 17 crosses going into the box in the first half, and none of them hit a Spurs head, not all of those crosses were bad. So
no, they weren't. I don't know, mate. I just think that there's something.
Law of averages says that if you were trying, that you would get your head on one. Like Muriani in the second half, put his head on it, was unlucky. But we're probably going to lose out on him if this carries on because he ain't going to want to stay here.
Well, he's here for a season, isn't he? So, do you know what I mean?
It has got toxic, and it does worry me, Dan, because at the moment, I don't know if you feel the same as me. At the moment, I can't see light at the end of the tunnel. And the next thing, we're going to be 17th again. I think we're 12th now.
Yeah, I think results didn't go our way today, I mean, the thing is, though, we can't rely on we need to get our games done and our games won and make ourselves hard to beat, but we're not. We're almost as open as what we were when Ange was here. So have the players gone back into
great at the back and things as well. He didn't have Romero, or Danzo.
No. So have the players gone back into a bit of the Ange how it was? Do you know what I mean? Because we're so open in the midfield. I don't know. For me, it just doesn't look good at the moment. And like I say, there's no light at the end of the tunnel. But if you sack him, who the fuck are you going to get in? Who is going to want to? Who's going to come? What did we say last year? We said if we sacked Ange and an average manager came in, would he get a turn out of these players? There's different players there now. There's a better quality of player there.
And it's not working.
This average manager, because I think that's what he is. I don't want to be nasty to the man because he's only really managed Bromby in a Swedish league, and he's managed Brentford. So is it the players? The players there, are they spoiled little brats and they're just not playing to how he was? But you don't see him on the sidelines saying, I mean, you see him. There's no quickness in our play. It's so flipping slow.
Yeah. But what I was led to believe, Dan, was when he took over, I was hearing about all this. Oh, you'll be all right with Thomas Frank because when things aren't going well, he'll change formations sometimes 2, sometimes 3 times a game. I'm not seeing none of that.
We've said that, haven't we?
It looks a bit lost to me. It's worrying, ain't it? You want to give the man time, don't you? Because he's a Tottenham manager. We all want Tottenham to do well.
You are. But I think what we need to we're out of one cup.
Yeah.
So we've got the FA Cup. We ain't going to win the league. We ain't going to get top fucking four. That's so we're scrapping for 5th, 6th, and 7th and 8th, aren't we? Realistically.
Lucky.
And we're in the Champions League. I don't think we're going to, the quality of teams in there, and I include Newcastle in that as well. We are, and I know Liverpool won today, but they were playing West Ham. So can you see us getting into that top 8?
Ah.
We'll be lucky, I think, in the end. Who have we got? Slavia Prague, and is it Eintracht Frankfurt?
We've got 3 games that are winnable if we were playing okay.
Yeah. So we've got away, is that right? Slavia Prague at home, Eintracht Frankfurt at home, or is that the other one? I'm not too sure. Anyway, listen, that the way we're playing at the moment, you just can't see us getting 3 wins there, can you? So, and we need those 3 wins to really stay in that hunt, to be in that next bit. Otherwise, we're out of that, and then also the pressure's on. Now
would you get rid of Frank now, Dan? Or would you give him the January winner? I kept saying, didn't I would give him 2 winners. That's what I said. I'm starting to think now.
The problem is, right, I think it's hard now for him, because what window are you saying you're going to give him till? The January window's always been a hard window to go and buy players. Yeah, it's always been a hard window, in my opinion, to buy players, to buy the quality player. Some of them may be tied up in cup competitions, may have played Champions League football elsewhere, or whoever you're going to get. It's a hard window to go and buy, I think, a quality. I mean, to me, we need a goalkeeper. We need an out-and-out quality flipping centre midfielder that can that's going to go and take the ball off the centre halves, want the ball, turn, and then look for a pass. Maybe a left winger and a forwards. Do you know what I mean? We don't know when Dominic Solanke's going to be back. Are we Kulusevski? I mean, these players haven't played for months and months.
Kulusevski's supposed to be back in January, apparently.
Yeah, but I mean, that's good. So he's going to be up and running by March then? Do you know what I mean? When you look at it, these players, Dominic Solanke and that, they can't just come in and they can't just come in and play for 90 minutes, can they? Do you know what I mean? So these players are to come back in. I'm glad he started with Graham Bergveld, to be honest, to give them a bit more of a chance and stuff like that. I wasn't happy. I don't understand why he's what he's doing to Xavi.
No.
At the moment. I just don't get it. I really feel for the guy, because obviously it's hard enough coming into this league anyway, but to be treated like you are at the moment.
But this is another game where I feel he should have started.
Yeah, definitely. Well, he should be one of the first names on the team sheet in my eyes, because he is. While we ain't got Maddison and Kulusevski, he is our Bergveld is just a workhorse. He's not a playmaker.
You're not going to adapt if you don't play.
And the thing is, Bentancur and Paulinho are not really playmakers. They don't see a pass that well or anything. Yeah, Bentancur's been terrible. He's right off it. And Paulinho's not been that much better. Do you know what I mean? He breaks a tackle up. And now the chips are on and the pressure is and all that lot. So it's just...
it's scary.
I would not know if the Lewises decided that they didn't see, because they'll have to consult the board anyway, and if they did not see it was worthwhile, and I mean, who's to say by Christmas we're not going to be in that bottom four? The way we're on current form, the way we're going at the moment, who's to say we're not going to be languishing around that bottom four? And then you're scrapping again. When your chips are down, it's hard enough over the winter period anyway. You've got people out. Do you know what I mean? You're then trying to sign players that maybe necessarily you don't want to sign, because they're not going to make the team any better. So I just think that they need to make a decision. They're either going to stick with him and then back him. I think the problem is the players are now. Will be the ones, and we all always said it, that the players are the ones that will determine on a manager getting sacked or not. I mean, Amaron's seemed to have turned it around a little bit with the Man United players, and they seem to slowly but surely getting his flipping system and what he wants to, and how he wants to play. But I just think that all of a sudden now it's just like, who do you get in? What manager is that? Are you going to have an interim manager and then wait until the summer? You then got to think about these players that have already been brought in. Is that manager going to want them? So we're starting another fucking cycle again. We're already talking about sacking another manager so soon into his early tenure at the club.
Yes, he hasn't done himself any favours by his comments yesterday, though, has he, Dan?
No.
Whether you think that or not, I think he should be experienced enough to know to sort of sidestep that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't say that. A lot of fans are annoyed with that.
Yeah, I mean, the media is going to jump on him anyway because of what's happening at the moment. Do you know what I mean? New club, everything, and all that lot. So the media is going to naturally jump on him, and little things he's starting to say now are remnant of how Ange got a little bit aggy. He was a bit agitated yesterday.
He was, yeah.
The same questions keep coming about the fans and the players and individual mistakes. He got a bit salty yesterday when they said about Vicario's mistakes and all that lot. So he's a manager at the end of the day. He's got to expect this. Do you know what I mean? He's been in English football long enough to know that if you're not playing well and your teams are losing, you're going to get fucking shit. And at the moment, the buck stops with him in my eyes because he's, like we've said before, and the same with Ange, he's the one who's training them in his training team and the one that's training these players on the training pitch. But if he doesn't know what he's wanting to do each game, because he doesn't know what his best formation is, or he doesn't know what his best starting 11 is, where'd you go from it?
And I think he should have said as well, about the comment, he should have said, I'd rather keep my opinion to myself on that.
Yeah.
It's just the way football is nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't have to stay in there that long in there. He could have just come on and did it. And
that's unacceptable. And whoever done that, they're not proper Spurs fans. It's going to get. You cannot afford.
Listen, I think it's changed now where you're going to get these people that have been going probably a season, 2 seasons, and they expect instant success.
A lot more fickle, isn't it? A lot more.
It is a lot more fickle, and they expect instant success with the club. Frank was never going to work miracles straight away. I mean, let's face it, we're overachieved really at the start of the season with how we were, and then all of a sudden it's like hitting a brick wall, and now they can't even pass the ball together. I mean, that performance against Man City, we've not seen another game like that at all this season.
It's worrying times for Tottenham. I think massive decisions need to be made.
Yeah, and one thing which doesn't make it any easier is the fact that those dickheads down the road are sitting there. But if they bottle this in a one-horse race, then
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what he does from here. I don't know how he's. I don't know.
I haven't got any answers.
I don't know how. I don't know how he G's the.
Normally, I have to say,
players up.
Oh, we should do this, that, and that. But I actually haven't got any answers. I really haven't.
And probably the last place you want to be going is fucking St James's.
Yeah. We don't like
it's the last place. No, we don't travel well up there. We haven't done. I think we had a little period where we had a couple of okay results, but Jesus Christ, that's the last place. I mean, Joe Linton's probably the player that fouls and Nick. I mean, fucking hell, he should have had a red card that last game we played for that tackle. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? He just gets away. He's turned into a bit like how Van Dijk was with players, like putting the elbows in and like the odd kick and the stamp and shit and all that lot. That's what he's doing, but nobody's picking up on that. And to go there, I mean, they're playing good football. Do you know what I mean? Eddie Howe, like him.
I was sitting there yesterday, Dan, and in the second half, when obviously we was all over Fulham near enough, and I sat there thinking, no disrespect for them, I just thought, they're shit.
Yeah.
Just Fulham, I mean. I thought, they're shit. That was what was worrying me, saying, there's not many, don't get me wrong, it's always a funny old place to go to, is the Cottage, isn't it? It's small and all that. But at home, you've just played a half-decent game against PSG. That's like one of the ideal home games you want. And I thought that they're rubbish. They didn't impress me at all. I mean, in the first half, they did because they got the confidence of the first 2 goals. And every time they attacked, I mean, they should have had 4 or 5, like I said, if it wasn't for Van der Ven. But that's what worries me for the future, Dan. So I'm thinking there aren't many teams worse than Fulham who can come here, and we've just lost to them.
Well, it's like you say, we've already played. So we've already played Wolves and
Yeah,
teams
they got
like
a point.
at home. They got a point.
Unlucky not to get 3.
Yeah.
It's
hard. It's hard at the moment. It is worrying because you're thinking where are we going to be come Christmas, and then there's decisions to make because on current form and based on what we've seen of late, if you give Frank till the end of the season, we may not be in the Premier League by the end of the season. We may be relegated, and that would be catastrophic to go down. Maybe they change it.
The rumour mill at the moment, Dan, I don't know if you've heard, the rumour mill is you lose to Newcastle and Brentford is out. That's what people are saying. Imagine that, you get lose to your old team.
Well, I think we can guarantee that we're going to lose to Newcastle because of just how they are at the moment, and there's no confidence, is there? So you don't know what we don't know what team's going to turn up. We don't know who's going to play. I reckon it's going to be 3-0 Newcastle.
Yeah. You want the mug, Javi?
I want the mug.
I'm shocking myself here, but because it's Newcastle and our past experiences, I think we're going to lose 5-0. I generally do think that. And I think that we will, I'm even going to go for Saturdays, and I think we'll somehow, by a miracle, draw 1-1 to Brentford. But it'll be a pony display. And we'll see what happens after that.
Listen, they are going to want to come and they are going to want to prove a point.
They are.
And that point is they'll beat us at home.
Well, I can't remember his name because my pronunciation is so bad, as you know. They brought a striker after they sold Mbuemo and Wissa.
The one that we were looking at.
He's banging them in. You know what I mean?
Why haven't we done that? Bodie? Bodie?
What is it? It's the black fella.
Yeah, Bodie came from Ajax.
Bang him in, bomb. That's it.
Yeah. We looked at him, but said no, he wouldn't be suited.
Well, we'll leave the Saturday one. 5-0 Newcastle. Sorry, lads, but this is where it is now.
But I think most people would agree with us, though, mate.
They've hit a rich vein of form. He's a good manager, Eddie Howe. And
look at Villa.
Yeah. Look at they've done.
Season shit, and now all of a sudden they've turned it around and they're third.
Yeah.
Fourth. And we've just literally gone bang, bang each week. We
didn't deserve to be up there in the first place, in all fairness.
Yeah, I know. It was overachieving, weren't we? We were lucky in a few results and places, but
I mean,
it's painful, mate. It's painful, and I'm not. I'll be honest with you now. I was looking forward to going down for the Champions League game against Slava Prague, but I don't even trust us in that fucking game. I mean, I could. Do
you know what?
I could be sitting with the 2 people I'm travelling with, and then that could be it around us.
You know, like the other big channels, they're always on it, and they seem to like bad news is good news. You know, for the views. I hate coming on here being miserable bastard. I'd love to come on here and say that was brilliant, the old Spurs swashbuckling thing. But yesterday's proper like it's like someone's punched me in the guts.
It's Groundhog Day, mate. We're saying the same things. Do we not say the same things the other night?
Yeah.
Individual mistakes cost us. You get in a decent position against PSG.
I think it's 8.
It's 1 or 2. It's 1 or 2 a game.
Yeah.
That's costing us goals and games now.
Well,
do you know what I mean?
You hear a lot about it now, Dan. Do you remember back in our day, you used to hear the dreaded vote of confidence they'd give you, and then you sack him. But I think they've got to come out this week, Tottenham, maybe after the Newcastle game, one way or the other. Not just to let us know, but to let the players know just say he gets the vote of confidence, we are sticking with him. And then the players will know, well, he ain't going anywhere anytime soon. We're going to have to pull our socks up a bit. Because, yeah, 80% is down to him. But the players have got to hold some accountability for this as well, ain't they? Because Thomas Frank's not.
They have. But we've just taken a manager.
But he can't help the individual errors, can he?
No, he can't. He can't. But then is that because those players are making these individual errors because there's no other player to pass to? Do you know what I mean? Or the pressure that they feel that they're under.
Especially,
I don't know.
Say, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You just don't know.
They're coming out that they don't want to play at home.
Look, listen. We've got an average manager who we've taken. Who we've got. He's not won anything, and he's taken Brentford to what, 10th? Was it in the league? 10th for what? I'm not. And there's no disrespect to Brentford at all. No disrespect.
Basically, what you're saying
is he's not a Conte or a Mourinho in their day. He's not.
Players choose his flow, the appointment.
Yes, yeah. He's too nice. The players ain't scared of him.
No, I can't imagine him giving a bollock in half time. To be honest.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, he's got some crazy eye thing going on, right? But I mean, that's about it. Pretty scarecrow.
I did shout that again, and I have to apologise again. I did that again yesterday. Harry joined in as well. Oh, he's such a likeable bloke. You want him to do it.
I know, but I was sitting there and I'm watching. I'm thinking, you can see the mistakes are coming. You could see that the mistakes are going, and they're coming, and then they're coming, and then all of a sudden it'll happen, and then they'll pass the ball, and you're thinking, Christ, what? You're not even looked where you're passing the ball.
But in his press conference, Dan, after the game, he admitted when, I think it was a woman journalist said to him about the lopsidedness and everything was going to that, he basically played without a left winger. And he basically admitted it. And I'm thinking to myself, hang on, you've admitted now, live in your post-match conference, that you've told him just to go down the right, just to get it to Porro, just to get it to Kudus. Don't worry about the left.
Yeah, but how many crosses did Kudus really, quality crosses, did he put in?
This is where it was all Porro, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And what my point is, as a professional Premier League manager, surely you can think of a system where you can be a threat down both sides.
Well, he's supposed to be this tactical guru, isn't he?
Well, that says to me that he's just lost.
Out of his depth, mate. Out of his depth. So what we're saying is the best thing is that the board's relinquish him of his post, and we bring back fucking Sam Allardyce, and we just go for it.
The thing is, though, Dan, when I do mention, is it time to get rid of him or not? Just that question sparks some social media off. Oh, what is it with you Spurs fans? Sacking manager. And I said, it's not that I want him sacked, but if I can't see a plan, he got to go.
Yeah. If we can't see the plan, how are the players understanding what the plan is? How can they orchestrate what he's trying to do on the training ground, on the pitch? You can't really, because you can only go through the motions. You can train for certain how you want to play, but we've been slow for so many years now in our build-up of play.
Well, Nick, I've always said, when we play at speed, we're good.
Yeah, but we don't hunt in packs. We hunt in ones, and that's it. We never. I mean, you watched the other night against PSG, and I know we're talking about PSG, but they're little into fucking passes amongst each other, little tap-offs. They knew where that next player was going to run. They weren't even looking half the time. They knew the ball was going to go there. One little tap to the left or right, and that player's made that run. Do you know what I mean? We don't have any of that.
We don't have any movement off the ball.
We don't run. We don't make any runs. There's no running off the ball.
No.
Moani and Simons do make runs and everything, but a lot of the time they get up there and there's nothing there. Then all of a sudden they have to go back. And
he looks class, Moani. I'm liking.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, I do. I feel for him, to be honest.
With you. Do you know what I mean? Right. So you're going 3-0. I'm going 5.
The pain of it, mate. I mean, it's bad enough anyway. I'm looking forward to work tomorrow when everybody's like, fucking hell, Frank, this, blah, 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 blah.
Because you get used to it now.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's each day, each like Monday, I'm going down, I'm like, yep, we're fucking shit. We've lost fucking again.
We'll just say at least we're consistent.
Yeah, we
That's
are consistent. Yeah.
All right, Dan, cheers for coming on.
Yes, no problems, mate. We'll chat for the week.
Get rid of this mud. And we'll look forward. It's Tuesday night, isn't it? I'll tell you what, it's lucky we didn't do that watch along the other day.
Yes.
I'll see what mood I'm in Tuesday, whether I do it or not.
Oh, God, mate. Painful.
Shalom, everyone.
Shalom, mate.
See you later, Dan.
See you later, mate.